Alright everybody, welcome back to another edition here of Monday Night Raw. How are y'all doing? My name is Dominic, of course, behind the commentary table, and we are live and sold out right here in Erie, Pennsylvania, following a hot Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. If you haven't seen it, well, I highly recommend you do. It was an absolutely phenomenal pay-per-view, in my opinion. Sure, I may not agree with some of the outcomes, some of the, shall we say, actions of certain WWE champions. However, I will say this, it was a fun watch the entire way through, and I hope you guys check it out. However, right now, we are here on Monday Night Raw for a match as Dakota Kai, one of the 6 competitors in the Elimination Chamber, will be going up against another competitor from that Elimination Chamber matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a good one, as it's Dakota Kai versus, well, the newly acquired Io Shirai. Now, we got a great taste of Io Shirai at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, being the shocking 6th competitor for that #1 Contenders Chamber matchup. Okay, the newest member of Monday Night Raw, Io Shirai, is here, and she is ready for a fight. Now, obviously, both of these women aren't particularly feeling too good, especially Dakota Kai, following the attack by Charlotte Flair backstage during the pay-per-view event. However, Charlotte Flair had no comment about her attack on Dakota Kai. However, Io Shirai is also feeling a hell of amount of pain here tonight, as these two women who kicked off the Chamber match will be kicking off Monday Night Raw. Let's go! As Io Shirai and Dakota Kai take a few moments now. And as I just mentioned, these two must be in a lot of pain. However, they both requested a match tonight, and so King Booker, the Raw General Manager, decided to put them both in a match. However, speaking of King Booker, apparently he has been very busy, as I guess something's going to be happening later on tonight involving TOMMASO CIAMPA. Apparently a punishment for TOMMASO CIAMPA following the attack by Champa to get into the United States Championship Triple Threat matchup. However, that's going to be happening later on tonight. It's going to be our main event, apparently. However, to kick off the show, as you're seeing right now, very back and forth indeed between Io Shirai and Dakota Kai. Both women fairly unique and differing competitors here on Monday Night Raw. However, Dakota Kai, she's got a lot on her mind right now. She's got to be thinking about Charlotte Flair. She's got to be thinking about how to defeat Io Shirai. Going for the cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Io Shirai, however, she wants to make a huge splash in the ocean that is known as Monday Night Raw. As, of course, she's the newest member of the Raw roster, and she's got to be thinking about how exactly she can make a big splash here on Monday nights. However, Dakota Kai now, as you can see, staring down Io Shirai. Both women very, very back and forth indeed throughout the entire course of this matchup, throughout the entire course of the Elimination Chamber match at that Chamber pay-per-view. Oh god, as now Dakota Kai gets taken down. Io Shirai stealing the show, perhaps, entering as one of the first 2 and then leaving as one of the final 2 participants in the Elimination Chamber match, flying off the top of a pod to eliminate Sasha Banks from SmackDown. However, nonetheless, both women, they are in a lot of pain, and they both have a lot to prove here to kick off Monday Night Raw. And Dakota Kai with a big kick right to the head. 1. No, and only a 1 count. Io Shirai, of course, the last challenger for the NXT Women's title. As we heard, the NXT champion, the last ever NXT champion, none other than Keith Lee, will be going to Friday Night SmackDown. You're going to want to tune into that one. However, here on Monday Night Raw, Io Shirai and Dakota Kai are both looking to top the women's division, as we are seeing a very, very back and forth matchup. Okay, these two women apparently learning a lot about each other during their little spat in the Chamber match. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Just barely getting the shoulder up. As Io and Dakota apparently have a counter for everything the other does. As oh, look at this, Io Shirai showing off that raw power, but Dakota Kai is the one showing off the agility with the Hurricane Rana here on Io Shirai. Okay, Io Shirai, right before NXT shut its doors, decided to reinvent herself into this chaotic character in NXT. Okay, going after Becky Lynch, the, well, last ever NXT Women's Champion. Io Shirai deciding to attack her backstage. Okay, it was a mystery as to who attacked Io Shirai, who attacked Becky Lynch, but we found out it was Io Shirai, as now it's Dakota Kai on the attack of Io, as she picks her up now. And Io Shirai not looking too good, following the running boot into the corner. But there you see Io trying to fight back. Oh, sending her face first into the mat. No, look at that. Io Shirai showing off her incredible submission game as she controls Dakota Kai on the ground. Whereas Io Shirai knows that Dakota Kai is much more comfortable on her feet. She is the captain of Team Kick after all. As you're seeing right now, Dakota Kai, however, following the submission hold as she gets out of it, is trying to, pick her up, but then instead sends her to the outside. Dakota Kai, of course, in the pink, black, and blue attire. Io Shirai in the black and green attire that we saw her debut with here on the main roster at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Okay, one of the big talking points, of course, is Io Shirai's involvement in that Chamber match. Okay, being the newest member of the Raw roster. However, right now, Io, sends Dakota Kai into the barricade, and then face first into the barricade goes Dakota. As now these two women are in an absolute brawl right now on the outside. Okay, both women having a lot to prove here tonight to everybody here in the WWE, trying their best to defeat the other. Because, of course, both women know that the other is weak following the Chamber match, yet somehow they're still fighting here. As, look at that! High risk, perhaps high reward, 2! No, and only a 2 count. Dakota Kai flying in the air, turning it into a Hurricane Rana. However, Io Shirai kicks out. However, when Io Shirai goes to the top turnbuckle, when she goes to fly, you do not want to be on the ground before she hits that devastating moonsault finishing maneuvers. Now, wait a second, perhaps this could be the finishing hold of the match here. Io Shirai, another submission hold on Dakota Kai, trying to tap her out, wrenching on the neck, wrenching on the top of the back. However, there you see she gets out of it, kick to the gut. Goes for another kick. Io Shirai reverses. However, ducks underneath does Dakota Kai. Both women battling here on Monday Night Raw. However, Io Shirai connects with another kick of her own. And now Io, quick to climb to the top here. Looks down at Dakota Kai, perhaps witnessing as she connects with the moonsault, perhaps seeing an opportunity. And she connects. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. She's used that same moonsault maneuver to defeat so many other people in her career, and tonight, Io Shirai adds Dakota Kai to that list. However, you gotta admit, Dakota Kai pulled out an excellent performance here, but she went to go for the kick to the gut one too many times. Io Shirai saw that as an opportunity, taking her down before very quickly climbing to the top turnbuckle and connecting with the moonsault. Io Shirai in her Raw debut. Gets the job done. And wait a second. Well, there you see, of course, the Raw Women's Champion, Nia Jax, apparently staring down Io Shirai. Apparently both women exchanging words here tonight. And Nia Jax perhaps sending a warning to Io here on Monday Night Raw. Goes for a punch, but instead Io Shirai counters, sending her to the outside. The Raw Women's Champion apparently deciding to come out here and send a message to Io, but instead it's Shirai who sends her over the top rope here on Monday Night Raw. And there you see Nia Jax walking away, realizing exactly who she just met. Realizing the danger of Io Shirai, the newest member of the Raw roster here. Looking down at the champion, perhaps thinking to herself, maybe I could be a future champion in my own right. However, nonetheless, Nia Jax walks away, and speaking of champions here on Monday Night Raw, the new United States Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, apparently has something to say tonight following his impressive victory at Elimination Chamber. However, of course, that's not all, as Bobby Fish and Samoa Joe will be meeting each other in the middle of the ring. What will happen when these two chaotic competitors collide here on Raw? Only one way to find out. Bobby Fish, Samoa Joe. It's going to be a fight, and I can't wait to see it. However, speaking of fighters here on Monday Night Raw, our main event segment will involve a man who decided to attack King Booker so that he could get put inside the United States title match, as TOMMASO CIAMPA will apparently be punished tonight. However, one key similarity between Seth Rollins and TOMMASO CIAMPA is that both men suffered a loss at Elimination Chamber, as you can tell by the lack of gold around Seth's waist, as he lost alongside Roman Reigns to Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson for the Raw Tag Team titles at Elimination Chamber. However, tonight Seth Rollins, he's walking into this one knowing that even though he may have lost that tag team match, he's got a huge, bright future ahead of him, because he did win the Royal Rumble match and he will be competing for the Universal title. And speaking of the Universal Champion, before we get into this matchup between Seth and Sin Cara, I want to refer you to a tweet made earlier on tonight by the current Universal Champion, the man who won his Elimination Chamber matchup at the pay-per-view. I want to turn your attention to Adam Cole, as he had this to say on the old Twitter machine. He said, "So, Seth, now that I've retained my Universal Championship at Elimination Chamber, just know that I'm going to be keeping a close eye on you before WrestleMania. Have fun in your match tonight, because I will wipe that smile off your face at WrestleMania." Now, Adam Cole, obviously with some strong words there directed towards his next challenger. However, one man who is looking to perhaps show the world why he should be on that WrestleMania card is this man, the opponent for Seth Rollins, none other than Sin Cara. Okay, recently, of course, turning his back on former Lucha Dragons teammates Kalisto, creating this new attitude for himself, this cockiness, this anger directed towards everybody else on the roster, including the fan base here tonight. Sin Cara, he is looking to dish out some punishment here against Seth Rollins in this one-on-one match. Will he be successful in doing so, or will Rollins, just like at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, gaining massive victory leading into WrestleMania? And here we go, the bell rings, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Rollins coming out in the black and gold. Sin Cara with the black and white, as there you see Sin Cara charges towards Seth Rollins, but Rollins not having it, taking him down with the discus forearm strike. However, Sin Cara goes to pick him up, suplex position, but instead he gets a neck breaker. However, Sin Cara getting up there, as Seth Rollins sees an opportunity, connecting out of nowhere, springboard DDT, dropping him on the top of his head. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Following this, ladies and gentlemen, we will be hearing from the United States Champion, the new United States Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. However, right now, oh, there you see a springboard attack by Sin Cara. Handspring into the back elbow. 1, no, and only a 1 count here on Monday nights. Seth Rollins, ladies and gentlemen, feels as though he has stolen the show at every turn. Every time he's on the billing, you can expect a good match from Seth Rollins. And, oh, perhaps all that hard work will pay off here tonight and at WrestleMania for Seth. However, right now, he sends Sin Cara to the outside, finding himself some breathing room, buying some time perhaps as the referee starts to count. And Seth Rollins sees this as an opportunity! Flying to the outside, landing on Sin Cara. As the front row, perhaps getting a bit too close for comfort here, watches as Seth Rollins picks up Sin Cara, perhaps taking him back inside the ring. But no, perhaps not, as Sin Cara battles back with the elbows to the stomach before throwing him back into the ring. And the count of 6 by the ref, as Sin Cara waits patiently for Seth Rollins as he gets up. And there you see, oh, turning into a Hurricane Rana. And now going for the cover. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count following the springboard. Now, even though I don't particularly like the new attitude of Sin Cara, I will say this, his moveset is still incredible to watch as Seth Rollins pushes him towards the corner. And oh, wait a second, sees this as an opportunity maybe, sees this for a buckle bomb right into the turnbuckle. Right into the turnbuckle there, stomping on the back multiple times, and now stomping again over and over again on Sin Cara as the next challenger for the Universal Champion. Oh, looking pretty good here. Sin Cara, however, trying to fight back. Instead, he gets pushed off by Seth. Bouncing him across the ring, turning it into a neckbreaker off the rebound. Picture perfect. As he stomps the hand, Sin Cara trying to get up, but he perhaps should have gotten up a bit quicker as he was in position. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. In position for a curb stomp, driving him skull first into the mat. Okay, Seth Rollins, sure, he may not have gotten a victory at Elimination Chamber alongside Roman Reigns, but in singles competition, there are few better, and you just saw that, as Seth Rollins, with an incredible performance, gets the job done against the high-flying Sin Cara. And you gotta think Adam Cole, he must be watching this from wherever he is, and you gotta think, perhaps he learned a few things, perhaps he found a few tricks to defeating Seth Rollins, or perhaps he realizes that he should never underestimate the Architect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems the next week, Kalisto will be getting a shot at the United States Championship. I mean, sure, Shinsuke Nakamura beat Kalisto to get into that triple threat matchup. And sure, Kalisto put up a hell of a good fight, but Shinsuke Nakamura apparently wants to give him a shot regardless. Well, I can't wait to see that, as the King of Strong Style is set to take on, well, the man who he Kinsasha'd to get into the United States Championship match at Elimination Chamber. However, right now, it's time for some one-on-one action as that man, Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine, is set to go up against Bobby Fish. Of course, Bobby Fish was the only member of the Undisputed Era who didn't have a match at Elimination Chamber. Okay, Roderick Strong obviously defending his United States Championship to a lack of success. And then we had Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly in the Elimination Chamber match itself for the Universal title. So tonight, Bobby Fish, he wants to show the world, hey, don't forget about me. There are 4 members of the Undisputed Era. Okay, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, they're all great competitors. But Bobby Fish, he's got a lot to prove. Okay, in my opinion, Bobby Fish may just be the most overlooked member of the Undisputed Era. A team, I will remind you, that are all full of incredible competitors. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, they are tremendous technical wizards. Roderick Strong, he's a bit of a hard striker. Adam Cole, he's got the charisma. Ladies and gentlemen, these 4 individuals in the Undisputed Era are an incredible package, an incredible faction, as we have seen here on Monday Night Raw since their arrival. They have dominated everybody. Okay, winning title after title. Bobby Fish, of course, a former tag team champion alongside Kyle O'Reilly. Hell, a former NXT tag team champion. Okay, Roderick Strong, former US champion. Adam Cole, the leader, is not the only man with a Universal title. However, right now, it's not about Adam Cole. It's not about Kyle O'Reilly. It's not about Roderick Strong. It's about Bobby Fish and Samoa Joe as we get into it. Both men having a lot to prove. Samoa Joe also feels as though, even though he's an incredible competitor, a Hall of Fame worthy career, he hasn't really seen too much success here on Monday Night Raw, or have really had any opportunities here on Monday Night Raw in the last year. As Bobby Fish quickly gets up following the pinfall predicament, and once again a clothesline takes down Fish, but Fish gets up and this time he takes him down. Taking the big man off his feet is half the battle. 1. No, only a 1 count. If I was Bobby Fish in this one, I would have to say this: keep Samoa Joe on the mat, because the moment he gets up, well, then it's very difficult to fight back against him. As you can see there, Bobby Fish taking him down, going after the leg. Oh, wait a second, now he's not done. Going after the leg again, going after the knee. With the half Boston Crab right now. Oh, but Samoa Joe gets out of it. The sheer size factor of Samoa Joe alone makes him a very difficult competitor to compete against. However, he's also got the power, he's got the speed, he's got the agility. Oh, it's a kick right to the leg again. However, this time a kick to the gut by Bobby Fish to fight back here. Following this, of course, TOMMASO Ciampa apparently will be punished, and I have been told, ladies and gentlemen, that King Booker has a very special surprise for TOMMASO Ciampa. Now, I'm not entirely sure what that really entails, but we're going to find out later on, as Bobby Fish right now has Samoa Joe down, and it seems as though once again he's got him in a submission hold, wrenching on the back, wrenching on the upper body of Samoa Joe, wrenching on the neck. Oh, but Joe gets out of it once again. That size and power factor. Oh god, before an immediate jab right to the chin. Okay, that size power by Samoa Joe is being used as he takes him down there, dodging. Oh, that brutal kick, and instead just crushes Bobby Fish in the corner. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Sorry, in the ropes. Samoa Joe, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see right now, an absolutely dominating competitor. Okay, it's very difficult to even train for a man like Samoa Joe, because out of nowhere he can do things like that. He can just pick you up with one arm to just take you down and leave you unconscious. However, Samoa Joe, as you just saw, perhaps his biggest weakness, maybe his own ego. Okay, taunting the crowd as you just saw. However, right now, Bobby Fish goes after the leg. Goes after the leg of the big man, and that's exactly what you need to do. Okay, you need to focus on the legs of Samoa Joe. Okay? He loves to run around the ring. He loves to pick up his opponents. And if he can't use those legs, he can't do things like that, which is kick you right in your head. As Samoa Joe right now, once again, waits for Bobby Fish to get up, goes for a chop, but gets a thunderous chop right to the chest. And now, oh, Bobby Fish takes him down with the sleeping with the fishes. As he goes for the cover, 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count following the heel kick right to the face of the big man. And while Samoa Joe is down, this may be Bobby Fish's time to capitalize. However, instead, he's deciding to wait for Samoa Joe to get up, and as you can see, that was a bad idea as a German suplex connects. No, wait a second, he's not done. He's not done. Okay, we've seen this before. A trifecta, perhaps, of belly-to-back suplexes. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there on Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish, as you can also tell, coming out here tonight without any of the other Undisputed Era members. He wants to show the world that he can beat Samoa Joe on his own, and perhaps this may be the opportunity. Perhaps this may be the opportunity. He's got him in the heel hook. He's got him in the heel hook. Samoa Joe, fingertips away from the ropes. Oh, but there you see Samoa Joe gets out of it. The kicks right to the face of Bobby Fish. Perhaps, ladies and gentlemen, giving Samoa Joe the sense of urgency. Giving him the sense of urgency as he connects. 1, 2, 3, and this one's over. Samoa Joe, as you just saw there, perhaps panicking there to hit Bobby Fish with the Muscle Buster. Okay, it was a bit of a short match, I will admit. However, it was a back and forth battle we just saw between Bobby Fish and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe doing a hell of a good job on Bobby Fish. However, surprisingly, Bobby Fish doing a damn good job in his own right. Having him in the heel hook. Having him right there by those ropes, however, by the corner in which Samoa Joe would throw Bobby Fish into, pick him up, and connect with a Muscle Buster. So yeah, I'll admit it. Bobby Fish, he did a damn good job. But Samoa Joe, perhaps just that much better. However, ladies and gentlemen, as Samoa Joe celebrates the victory, I want to turn your attention to what will be happening next week, right here on Monday Night Raw. As of course, ladies and gentlemen, next week, apparently it's been made. After what transpired earlier on between these two women, the Raw Women's Champion Nia Jax will be looking to battle Io Shirai in a non-title matchup. Now, I will admit, I'm not particularly a big fan of these two women and their attitudes. However, I can admit this. It will be a hell of a back-and-forth fight. I can guarantee you just that. However, I can also guarantee you this. Next week, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Raw Tag Team Champions, have something to say following their big win against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. But that is not all, as next week, the United States Championship will be on the line. The King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, in his first title matchup as champion against none other than Kalisto. It's going to be a hell of a back-and-forth battle, and I can't wait to get into that. But now, it's time for, well, whatever it is we're about to see. Now, of course, TOMMASO CIAMPA, I mentioned earlier, attacked King Booker a few weeks ago in his office in order to, well, force entry into the United States Championship match. TOMMASO CIAMPA, after the brutal beatdown, I can only assume, was told to go into that matchup, okay? King Booker said, fine, you can be in the matchup. You can fight for the United States title, and that's exactly what he did. However, TOMMASO CIAMPA, perhaps during that matchup, perhaps after that match, realized that he made a massive error. Because even though he was given a shot at the United States title, he not only lost that triple threat, he was also the one that was pinned during that triple threat. So tonight, Tommaso Ciampa, he may be in some pain. Okay, he took a few knees to the face on behalf of our champion. And right now, Tommaso Ciampa, he's coming out here, he's looking a bit confused, and quite frankly, who wouldn't be in this situation? Okay, he's in ring gear, he was told to compete, but what exactly is going on? What exactly does King Booker have in mind for Tommaso Ciampa? That's the big takeaway. That's a big question that I don't really know the answer to. I'm told that it's a huge surprise. I'm told that it will be something interesting, but exactly what it will be, I have no idea. But we're going to find out right now. It's Tommaso Ciampa in our mega event segment of the evening is standing in the middle of the ring, and he's waiting for whatever it is King Booker has in mind for Ciampa. The crowd watching on in eager anticipation alongside myself as Ciampa looks up at the ramp, waiting for whatever it is that he's waiting for. Okay then, well, who is it then? A new member of Monday Night Raw is here, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though King Booker has... Wait a second. No way! The last ever NXT Tag Team Champions! Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never heard of these guys before, well, you're in for a hell of a treat. British Strong Style, Pete Dunne on the right, Tyler Bate walking up the steps. As it seems as though British Strong Style are here on Monday Night Raw. And well, I can't help it. I can't help it. This is truly one of the biggest announcements we've seen here on Raw in quite some time, and that's including the arrival of Io Shirai. Okay, Io Shirai, the newest member of Monday Night Raw no more, as Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne are here, and now Tyler Bate is in action. It's our main event of the evening. Pete Dunne watching as his fellow British Strong Style faction partner is here as the dropkick connects by Tyler Bate, and here we go. Now, if you've never seen Tyler Bate before, you're in for a treat. The best way I can describe him is he is the strongest cruiserweight, and yet one of the quickest, one of the most agile members of the Raw roster, yet one of the most methodical. Tommaso Ciampa is in for a treat and in for a beating as Pete Dunne watches. And if you've never seen Pete Dunne before, well, you'll find out next time he competes. Only one count. However, it seems as though he's not going to be fighting here, as it's a one-on-one matchup. Tommaso Ciampa looks down at Tyler Bate, and what a hell of a surprise by King Booker. Okay, Pete Dunne, the man who's watching on the outside, sees as Tyler Bate strikes Tommaso Ciampa in the chest. Okay, Pete Dunne, much more methodical of the two members of British Strong Style. However, as you can see, there you see it, Tyler Bate's a very exciting new member of the Raw roster. Now, I want to preface this by saying we do have the draft to look forward to following WrestleMania, but Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne for now are on the red brand. And Tommaso Ciampa now looking to turn his chest as red as those ropes. However, right now, Tyler Bate hits him there with the back elbow, and instead he gets a discus clothesline by Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa now looking out of the crowd, stroking his own ego. However, he did that one too many times. An Elimination Chamber, perhaps he's done it too many times here. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count following the Northern Lights suplex. Tyler Bate, however, hitting them right in the stomach. Hitting him right in the gut. However, he's not done. It's Ciampa as a knee to the face connects right to the jaw. Going for the cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Tommaso Ciampa here in our main event. Okay, I think he's still trying to recover from this massive news. And alongside everybody else here. As, oh, wait a second. Tyler Bate launches Ciampa across the ring and then just nips up like it's nothing. And you are witnessing why they call him the Big Strong Boy. Oh, as he connects with the back suplex there, dropping him on his shoulder blades. Now sure, even though the Big Strong Boy nickname may be a bit of a silly one, you should not, discount him as a serious competitor. However, Tommaso Ciampa throws him face first into the mat, and now a knee right to the back for good measure. And oh, come on, look at that, just taunting his opponent as well, as Pete Dunne watches. Oh, before a dropkick connects right to the chest of Tommaso Ciampa. And oh, wait a second, Ciampa taking a few moments to stare down the other half of British Strong Style, the other half of the last ever NXT champions, Pete Dunne. However, Tyler Bate right now, he's not done, as he launches him with the Irish Whip, but Ciampa reverses, slams him down, goes for the cover off of it. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Tyler Bate, he wants to make a massive impression here on Monday Night Raw. And what a way to do that than by beating Tommaso Ciampa. However, Tommaso Ciampa, he's trying to show King Booker, hey, it doesn't matter what you throw at me, I will get the job done. Both men have a lot to prove here tonight on Monday Night Raw, as Ciampa gets sent to the corner. Oh god, and then another chop echoing throughout the arena. However, Tommaso Ciampa reverses, throws him back into the corner, but instead, it's now Tyler Bate who throws him to the outside, seemingly. No way. No way! Tyler Bate launching him back into the ring! We've seen it before in NXT, and we're seeing it here on Raw. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count, following a massive suplex from the outside, from the apron, inside the ring. Tyler Bate showing off his incredible strength here tonight, as he waits for him to get up. Goes for the rolling kick that he's used so many times in NXT. However, it seems as though Tommaso Ciampa has read that book one too many times, but Tyler Bate strikes back. What a clothesline. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. What a clothesline there off the top rope springboard into the clothesline on Ciampa. However, Tommaso Ciampa feels the brute force of a vicious forearm by his opponent. However, he goes for a big running knee instead. He gets a big running wheel kick. And now, there you see, he's feeling the adulation. He's feeling the energy of the crowd. Tyler Bate feels this to be his moment, perhaps. He goes for a kick, but instead he gets a kick right to the leg before a kick to the gut. And now, wait a second, connecting. Fairy tale ending, and perhaps it is the ending to Bate's fairy tale, or perhaps not. Ciampa goes for the cover, and yet a kick out by Bate. And ladies and gentlemen, Tommaso Ciampa watches. I've got to say, British Strong Style joining Monday Night Raw is a hell of a birthday present indeed. But right now, Tommaso Ciampa looking to spoil the birthday surprise, perhaps, for myself here on commentary. But right now, Tommaso Ciampa, he's got Tyler Bate, and it looks like he's got something in mind as he picks him up. He's up on the top turnbuckle. Instead he gets a kick right to the face, however, and then a punch for good measure, and then a European uppercut by this European genius known as Tyler Bate. He's a very young member of the roster, ladies and gentlemen, in his early 20s. However, one thing is for certain. He's got the experience, he's got the wisdom of a man much older than him, and he can do things like that with a springboard clothesline. Once again, I don't even know what to call it. A springboard clothesline off the rebound. I'm not entirely sure. However, Tommaso Ciampa's down. Tyler Bate looking to steal the show. And Tyler Bate with the spiral tap. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there. King Booker, you gotta think, watching on, hoping that Tommaso Ciampa just gets absolutely battered by this young man, and it seems as though Bate is doing a good job of it, as Dunn watches on and a rolling wheel kick again. And now, wait a second, he could be setting him up here. Tommaso Ciampa, he's slow to get up, but he's getting up nonetheless. He takes a kick to the gut, and a Tyler driver connecting. 1, 2, 3, Tyler Bate gets the job done. As Pete watches on the outside here on Monday Night Raw. You have to commend Tommaso Ciampa. He did a damn good job in this matchup, but Tyler Bate, he was here to steal the show. He was here to prove to everybody why British Strong Style is going to take over Monday Night Raw, and that's exactly what just happened. The last ever NXT Tag Team Champions are here on Monday Night Raw, and they are here to destroy, just like how that man Tyler Bate destroyed Tommaso Ciampa, as we are looking to close out this edition of Monday Night Raw. Thank you all so much for watching this one. We will see you next time.